Hiya, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today I have a video different to what I was expecting to do for you this week. I'd already filmed a couple of videos, and the next one I was going to do was a Christmas card video. However, my Stampin' Up order arrived, so I thought I would go through it with you because most of my order was the new colours, and there were a lot of new colours this year. There wasn't just the annual release colours, the in colours, that's right, I was trying to think what they call them. So there wasn't just those, I've got those as well, but there was also a whole revision of the stamp pads and a complete revision of the core colours as well. So I've got all of the new colours, so I thought I would go through them with you and show you what they look like. Alright, so let's put this box to one side and work our way through. First of all, let me show you the stamp sets that I purchased. I really liked these. I think these are new ones. This is called High Tide, and this one is called Waterfront. To be honest, I would have liked to have got a load more different stamp sets, but with all the new colours that I really did want to get out of the card, etc., I really just couldn't stretch to any more stamp sets, unfortunately. But I just really liked this lighthouse here and all the bits that went with it. I just thought that worked really well, and I loved this sort of watercolour. These are like reflections and things, and these are photopolymer, so you can see the size of them. And then, as I said, the High Tide, which is the one I really did like, because I really loved this lighthouse, and it's a layered stamp on this one, and then you've got like the shingle around the lighthouse there, look, and you've got the different kind of birds and bits and pieces. See there, lovely sentiment. And again, these are photopolymer, but you've got two sheets for this one. Then I've got these. Now these, oops, these and these, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty certain, were my free items. If you're new to Stampin' Up and ordering, you might, and I'm not a demonstrator or anything, so I'm not getting anything out of saying any of this, but if you're new to it, you'll not know perhaps that when you place an order, you get points, and you literally can use those points in that same order. What I said in previous videos is be really smart and play around with your basket, because you can actually make it that you get just that little bit more from the points. And finding those levels, it's worth reading what the demarcations are for different percentages, because if you go up, sometimes you're spending, I can't remember, but say the first one's 300, or it may even be 200, but anyway, say it's 200 and you go up to, and you spend 175 and you're only getting, I don't know, 10% of that is in points. But if you went to 200, you'd get 15%. Well, all of a sudden, for just that £25 more, which, okay, that's a lot of money, but you then get a massive amount more to spend that's free. So you may find that it's worth spending that little bit extra, but also playing around with what's in the basket to make it as close as possible, so that you put some things in the basket and then you think, well, if I put that into the points, that would make me use nearly all of my points, and you get that extra little bit out of it. It's worth trying to fiddle around. I know it sounds kind of a bit mean, but actually I got from that a whole, by just fiddling, okay, it's not much, but it's still something. I got it so that I worked out that I got this as a bit extra, because I had a couple of pounds left. I think this was £4 or something like that, and that was pretty much all I had left in the points. I thought I didn't, but by fiddling around with what was in my basket, it gave me that extra £4, and then I was able to put this in. Okay, you might think, well, it's only a little bit of sequins, but why shouldn't you have them? If you can fiddle with the points, why not have something extra? Or get a pack of pens and put it in as your points, and it will take off the £4 of the points, but it will charge you the difference. So don't forget that as well. You can put in more into the section that's for your points than you've actually got. It will just charge you for the bit that you haven't got in value of points. So don't waste them. If you've got a couple of pounds left in points and you don't want something small because there isn't anything you want, well, use it on something that you've got, like a pack of stamps or whatever, and put that in there, and then it will take the £3 off the, I don't know, £8-9 for the stamps, probably more actually, isn't it? I'm being a bit naive there. £18 for the stamps, and it will take that sort of £4 or £5 off the 18, and then you'll be charged the other 14 anyway. So make sure you do that. So anyway, sorry, that didn't mean to sound like a lecture. Make sure you do that. Just mean, you know, really fiddle around with it. Anyway, so what I've got here is these gorgeous, I'm hoping I can open them. Yes, I didn't know if they had sticky. So these are these beautiful sequins. I just thought they were really nice, and I thought, well, for a freebie, I thought I could have done what I just said and put something else into the basket that I had that was bigger, but I just thought, well, actually I want to sort of treat myself to something little like this that I wouldn't perhaps normally buy, but would be quite nice to have. So this is your metallic sequins assortment, and I just think they're really, really pretty. Oh, on my nail. So, and they're all different sizes and different colours, so that's really nice. And there are different colours of these sequins, so you don't just have to have that one. So then this is your right markers, stamping right markers. This isn't the other ones, this is the original ones, shall we say. And these are your in colour collection colours for 2018-2020. And I will actually show you these colours when I do the stamp pads. I will stamp all of the colours to show you, which I know sounds like it's a long job, but it's the only way of showing you what the colours actually look like properly. But what we've got here is, I'm trying to see the names, but Lovely Lipstick, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, Blueberry Bushel, and Grapefruit Clove. So these are the ones where you have your brush marker at that end and your sort of right marker at the other end, so they're really good for journaling, or if you've stamped something that's sort of a fine line and you've messed it up and the edge is not there and you haven't got like a stamp platform, then these are quite good for that as well, because you can go in with the pen and just fill in the gap, because the colours match really, really well. So that's that colours. As I said, I will show the actual colours properly in the ink pads. Now this is the new colours. As I said at the beginning, they have I've actually ripped this open because I wanted to make it quicker, but it comes all sealed like this. But what they've done is they've completely revamped the ink pads. They've done all sorts of things which I'll talk about in a minute, but in doing so, what they've done is also taken the opportunity to redo their core colours. So the brights, pastels, regals, neutrals have been redone to have a different colour collection in them. And what I will do is I will put all the details of those new colours for you onto the blog post that goes with this video. If you're on YouTube, all you need to do is go to the paragraph below the video where it says show more, click on that, and it will open up that paragraph, and there will be a link in that bit of writing there that takes you straight to the blog post. And as I say, on there I will put all the details of the new colours for you, so that you can know exactly what's in what section, and I will try and highlight which ones are new, etc. for you, so that will make it a little bit easier for you. Now I'm not going to take all of these out of here, and I'm not going to run through the names on here, but these are the new colours. I'll run through all of the names and details of them when we actually look at the inks and the cardstock. So that is those, and this comes as a set, so it's really helpful because you can literally purchase the whole set of new colours, and they've done it so that it just makes that so much simpler, so you don't have to go through. You can't buy these markers individually, so you don't need to go through and buy like a whole set of the brights, which you may have sort of 75% of those, so you can purchase these as a set just of new colours, which is kind of good. Okay, so that is that one. Okay, so here we have the in colour 2018-2020 in colour cardstock pack. Now normally I would get one pack each of the colours. I wasn't 100% sure about these colours. I liked them, but I wasn't really like thinking these are absolutely me, I've got to have a full pack of each. So I thought, well, until I'm sure, until I've seen them, because often when you see them they look so much nicer, I'll just get the pack that has 20 sheets, so that I think that is it 5 colours, so it's 4 sheets of each colour. So you've got this pineapple colour, I can't remember the names, lovely peach colour, the clover, I think it was, lipstick. I think that's very nice actually. I think they're all nice. I'm just sure that some of those are a little bit brighter than what I might use. And that beautiful blue. I don't know, I do like them. I think they're just maybe it's because they're all together, and maybe if we saw them kind of individually, like that is beautiful colour on its own, and when you look at them individually they look really nice. It's just that when you put them against everything else it kind of looks quite gaudy. So I think, to me anyway, so I think perhaps if I saw them kind of individually, because this is a beautiful blue, it's a gorgeous red. I'm not that bothered about the green, but I can see it being useful. And that's a beautiful peachy colour. So I suspect that I actually do like the colours. It's just because the way they're combined, it's just not suiting my eye. It's just a little bit like, whoa. Okay, so that's the in colours. As I said, I'll show you them when I get to the ink pads anyway for you. And then for the new colours that have come out, I have got 1 pack each of the cardstock, and you get 24 sheets in a pack. So here I will tell you the names as we go through, so you'll see the names of the new card. So this is Poppy Parade, and I'm trying to find the names. Mango Melody, Petal Pink. Now you might recognise some of these names as well, because they've been, some of these have been previous in colours that have been popular, and some of them have been ones that I've been like, oh, I wish they'd do them as the in colours. I say that, but of course I've already, that's true, thinking about that, the pens are more complete than my cardstock and my ink pads actually, so we will have a quick look at those to compare, because of course with some of the ones that were already in colours I had the card and the ink, so I didn't repurchase. So I will go back to the pens and show you the ones that are different. Merry Merlot, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Grey Granite, Balmy Blue, Soft Sea Foam, Granny Apple Green, beautiful colour, they're all beautiful actually, and Shaded Spruce. Okay, so with these, let's see if we can find the names on these, where they are. Okay, so that's your Merry Merlot, which we've got. Poppy Parade I showed you. Flirty Flamingo, so if you may recall, that was in one of the in colour collections. I think that was fairly recent, so that's a colour that I already had in the ink and the card, so I didn't share, so that's that one there. Petal Pink I showed you, Mango Melody I showed you, Shaded Spruce, Oh, here you come. Mossy Meadow. So that was, again, that was one of my favourite mossy colours, greeny colours. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And again, that was an in colour from not that long ago as well. I think that's your Granny Apple. Yeah. And your soft sea foam there. And then here we have Mint Macaroon, or Macaron, I think that is actually. Again, one of the in colours fairly recently. So that's this one here. So again, I actually think I have the marker for that as well already. But it just worked out. I'm not sure if it was cheaper, but certainly easier. Because, well, no, the only way, in fact, to get the new colours was to get this set, because they don't sell them individually, so it was the only way to get the new colours. And so I only had a couple, and I thought, well, markers run out, so it's not a big deal. So then next to that is another one, I think that was, yeah, Coastal Cabana. That is probably my favourite colour of all time. And when it was an in colour, which was some time back now, I didn't even get it then. I missed it. I think, I don't know, maybe I wasn't with Stampin' Up, I don't know. But I missed it, and I had to manage to try and track it down after the event in America. So I got the marker, the ink pad, and the cardstock. But the cardstock I got was actually American letter size. I'm surprised. I was thinking I was going to order the Coastal Cabana in the regular size, and then I thought, well, no, I'd rather order, you know, like a stamp set or something. So that's Balmy Blue, and this is another one of my favourite colours of the in colours that have come out recently, and this is Blackberry Bliss. So again, I already had the ink and the card for that, so I didn't order that one, but I think that's a really gorgeous colour. And then we've got Gorgeous Grape. And here, what's this one? Highland Heather, and finally our Grey Granite. So it was just a couple of extras that weren't in the cardstock, so just bear that in mind when I'm showing you those. What I will do is I will take those extra ones out. When I'm showing the inks, I'll just blob a bit with the pen for you, so you can at least see the colours if you're not familiar with them. Okay, so here is the complete colour of ink pads, the new ones. Now, however, you will notice that there are a couple of the old ones in there, because what I did, where are they? There, I grabbed the old ink pads of the colours that I already had from the in colour collections, but have now become part of the core collection. But I thought it would be good to show you it as a complete collection of ink pads. You will notice, however, that the ink pads have changed. So this is your old one. Actually, let's try and find you one that's not so bright and shiny. There we go. It's a bit darker so you can see. So you've got a much thinner, slightly smaller, slightly different shape pad. It's different at the side, much thinner here. It still does fit, apparently. I haven't tested it. The racks, the twirly racks, and I haven't worked this out yet. I didn't do it last time. Oh yeah, you do just pull it up and then slide it in, and you've got your ink pad. This one's just a little bit stiff. Oh, and it just clips like normal. So I think this one you slide and then twist, whereas that one you just clip up. And I always struggle with these and get covered in ink. So I'm hoping that these, being ones that you pull up and then slide, will be a lot simpler to do. You won't be so get so messy. The other thing apparently is the ink itself has been revamped. So where previously perhaps I don't know if you had it, I've had it on, particularly on sort of photopolymer when the stamps are new, I would have to prep the stamp with like a file just to take the shine off it, because these inks would slightly puddle. And apparently that won't happen now. They're much more sticky, I guess, and they will stick to the stamps, whatever, so you won't get that puddling. I never found it a massive problem, because you could solve it by prepping the stamp, and it was something that you often had with particularly photopolymer, which were particularly shiny and they had that coating on when they were new. But anyway, so these are the colours. So as before, I mean it's the same as the pens, but let me just run through it. So we've absolutely got it in front of us. We've got Grey Granite, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Blackberry Bliss, Merry Merlot, which I've already messed up, a Lovely Lipstick, Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Grapefruit Grove, Mango Melody, gosh I can't speak, Pineapple Punch, Granny Apple Green, Soft Sea Foam, Mint Macaron, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Shaded Spruce, Call Me Clover and Mossy Meadow. On this also of course includes, sorry, this is including the 2018-2020 colours as well. So it's, if we took that one out, I think it is that one, and oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is I think it's that one, that one, that one and that one, and I'm not sure which the other one of these, I think probably that one, maybe that one. Anyway, it includes those, but you get a good idea of what the range is like, and I think that's pretty cool. So what I want to do now is literally stamp them all for you so you can just see. So all I've got is one of these watercolour type blobby stamps that you can get, so we can just do a quick blob and see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the In Colour collection for 2018 to 20. So we're going to start with our lovely lipstick here. So I'm literally just going to take this stamp and just do a little blob. Now obviously bear in mind that these are brand new inks. Now it certainly looks like the coverage is really good. So that's lovely lipstick. Just to say, by the way, these come all cellophane wrapped, these stamps and stamp pads, and I took the cellophane off, and on the back you have a little bit that you peel off and it leaves, let me show you one that's darker, it leaves these name stickers on the back. So there's different languages and a plain one. There's English at the top there, and then all you do is you pop it on the end. It's the end actually that's plain. When you see, let's show you on one that isn't open. So it's the end that's like that, not the end with the little finger hole in it. And you just pop it on the bottom there, and then when you put it in your twirly rack or just on your shelf, you can put them and you'll be able to see the names without constantly grabbing them out. So speaking of that, let's do Blueberry Bushel. Gorgeous colour. And then this is Pineapple Punch. And Call Me Clover. And the final one in the In Colour collection, the new In Colour collection, is Grapefruit Grove. There we go. So that is our new In Colour collection colours. So that's really pretty, I think. Okay, so next is the Brights collection. So this is just the new colours in the Brights, so it's not the whole of the Brights collection. But I'll just run through the names of everything, and again I'll put details on my blog post. So the first one is Bermuda Bay. That's obviously an existing colour, so that's not a new colour to the Brights. Then we've got Coastal Cabana, which, as I said to you, I already had, but I think since it is new to the Brights, and and to the core colours I will show it. So I brought out my original pad that I had here. So that's your Coastal Cabana. Next is Daffodil Delight, which again is an existing colour. Then we've got Mango Melody, which is a new colour, and it's new to me as well because it's not been part of a core collection that I've had anyway. So we've got Mango Melody next. Beautiful colour, look. Then we've got our Granny Apple Green. Again, a new colour, not even been a core colour collection. So that's a new ink pad, you know, new style as well. And I suspect that these will be lighter if I stamp off and then re-stamp them, because obviously they're really juicy at this point, so there's a chance that they'll be likely to be a bit lighter. Then we've got Poppy Parade, again a brand new colour to the whole collection, not even being an in colour as far as I know, certainly not one that I've had anyway. Perhaps that's a better thing because it may have been before my time. Beautiful colour again. And then we've got Pacific Point, an existing colour, so I haven't got that here. Then we've got Melon Mango. Then we've got Gorgeous Grape, again a brand new one. Beautiful. And then we have got, finally, Flirty Flamingo, which again was an in colour collection that I had. So some of these others may well have been in colour collections, but I just didn't have them. I don't know is the point. Okay, so those are the 6 new colours for the Brights. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so next we have the Neutrals collection. So what we have in there is our Basic Grey, which is obviously an existing colour, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Night of Navy, Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, Soft Suede, and then these 3 new colours, which are Grey Granite. So this is a new colour completely. As far as I'm aware, it hasn't been done before, but again it may well be it's had a previous in colour collection, but I just haven't been aware of it. So that's the grey, absolutely beautiful, grey granite I think that was. Then the next one is Merry Merlot, again a new one. And again, be aware that these are very juicy at the moment, so they would definitely, the colour would definitely soften if you double stamped it. And then the final new one to the collection is Mossy Meadow, but this was one that I'd had from an in colour collection. See how dark that is. So that is our neutrals. That's just the 3 new ones on the neutrals. Again, this one really does lighten down. I know that that does come down a lot. So that is our in colour collection, our brights and our neutrals. So now let's do our pastels and our regals. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the regals. So just running through the colours here, we've got Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Garden Green and Rich Raspberry. And then 2 new colours to that section is Blackberry Bliss and Shaded Spruce. Now obviously you can see here Blackberry Bliss is a previous in colour and it is gorgeous. I have to say it was one of my favourites of the time. I really liked it. It was just such a lovely rich colour. Again, I think it's probably really good there you can see it, but if we stamp it just down in this corner, when you stamp it off, you can see how beautiful the colour comes up as well. And then we've got Shaded Spruce, and this is a brand new colour. And that's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So that's our Regals. And then the final collection that we have is the pastels. So in this we have Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Pool Party, and then these 5 new colours. So starting first of all with Petal Pink, which is a new colour to me, so I don't know if it's been in colour as before. Beautiful colour. And then we've got Soft Seafoam, again a new colour to me. Beautiful. Now that's slightly bobbly, but that isn't fair to the ink. That was because where I wiped my stamp it was still wet, so please ignore that. It's not a representation of the ink. Then we've got Mint Macaron. Again, this one is a colour that was already from a previous in colour collection. Couldn't think what I was trying to say. And then we've got Balmy Blue, and again new to me, this one. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And then finally in the pastels we have Highland Heather, which I think could almost be in the neutrals because it's kind of that soft colour as well. And again, the blotchiness is not the ink, it was where it was wet, just because I'm wiping and not really drying off or anything. But that is our pastels. Isn't that beautiful? So that is, as far as I understand it, all the new colours from all the different collections. So that obviously is the in colour collection, but the rest are the new colours from the core collections. With regard to the colours from the core collections, you can actually buy the ink pads if, like, I already had some of those colours, so I bought the additional colours individually. But if you had none of these new colours, like the pens, you can get them as a complete set. Just buy it as a set of all the new colours, so that might be easier if you haven't had any of them at all in the past, rather than going through individually trying to work it out. But otherwise that is it. That is everything to show you this time. I know it was a little bit longer because I was really wanted to show you what the inks look like, because there was so many and new colours, and I felt that they really don't show up unless you stamp the colour and show you them. The pens will pretty much come out the same, and you saw the cardstock. And in the future, if I get any more of the new stamps, I will of course share with you on here or on my social media. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go across to the blog post to see all the information that I spoke about throughout the video. But otherwise, I will see you next time for some card project videos. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. Bye.